Let's see here. When the Anahata Chakra, which is the heart center, unfolds, it is like the melting of a glacier. The consciousness is inundated with emotions. But when the Vishuddhi Chakra begins to loosen up, it is like a breach in a dike and leads to an emotional flood of immense force. And through this, the opportunity is given to finally lay bare the roots of our problems and remove them. Patanjali said, "Problems can only be resolved when one discovers the true cause." You may know Patanjali indirectly as the author of the Yoga Sutras, from which we get the codified idea of the Ashtangic yoga system, where we have Hatha Yoga, the yoga of our body, and many other forms of yoga that we see here in the West and all around the world. Patanjali was an ancient, compiler of yogic traditions and put them in words. If one merely cuts a weed and doesn't pull its roots out, it will immediately grow again. When we raise our problems into the Vishuddhi Chakra, our throat, we then have the option to encapsulate them and either push them back into the subconscious again or free ourselves from them forever. The final inner healing is only possible through realization and knowledge. Jnana. In the Vishuddhi Chakra, we are challenged to reflect on our situation in life and to put the following questions to ourselves. What do I want to realize? What obstacles need to be overcome to realize this? What problems are confronting me, and how can I resolve them? Through meditation, we attain clarity about ourselves and the innermost desires and motives. We often prevent the resolution of our problems through our own prejudice and our own fixed or one-sided thinking patterns. Through manana, reflection, and meditation, we can find possibilities for the resolution of issues that we are unable to discover before. However, before you dive into the Vishuddhi Chakra, examine yourself honestly as to whether you are really ready to look in the mirror of your own reality. Many people meditate merely out of curiosity or because they would like to have certain experiences. But if these experiences do not meet their expectations, they become uncertain and apprehensive, and sometimes even abandon the practice completely. That is why clarity and confidence in the master, spiritual teacher, as well as discipline are important pillars for the support on the spiritual path. We need a shoulder that we can lean on in order to rest and gather fresh strength. The most reliable and safest refuge is the Ishta Devata, our personally revered divinity who never abandons us, never disowns us, and constantly supports us with never-ending love and patience. Therefore, do not be afraid and risk the journey of discovery into your own self. Do not shy from the sediment that appears with a little stirring of your psyche. You are that which you would like to experience. You are that which you would like to realize. You are that which you would like to know. You are everything, but you are constantly running away from yourself. Raise everything from within to the light of consciousness, both nectar and poison. Purify the harmful substances. In the Vishuddhi Chakra, and realize your beautiful inner powers. Make your life in this world a light in the darkness. Amrit, the so-called nectar of immortality in Sanskrit, has a special relationship with the Vishuddhi Chakra, which in turn is closely connected to the Bindu Chakra, which is a chakra that we'll continue to explore soon after this chakra. I believe after the throat is the third eye, and then we'll dive into this rare and often unspoken chakra of the Bindu. A hormone is produced in the Bindu Chakra that is known as Amrita, because it supports the preservation of our health, vitality, and youthfulness. I believe etymologically the word in English ambrosia comes from Amrita, which refers to the elixir of life, the mythical, the alchemical nectar of immortality. It is known as Amrit because it supports the preservation of our health, vitality, and youthfulness. But this precious nectar generally drips unused into the Manipura chakra, our solar plexus, where it burns unused in the digestive fire. Through certain yoga techniques, such as the Jalandhara Bandha, the Chin Lock, and the Kechari Mudra, which is explained in our author's other book called Yoga in Daily Life, the system, it is possible to catch it in the Vishuddhi Chakra so that it can be distributed like a homeopathic medicine via the tongue and throat and be utilized by the whole body. Does the word ambrosia come from Greek too, Greg RG? Does sound very ancient. Well, I imagine then that ambrosia in Greek may have come from Sanskrit, or at least they're cognates of some shared root like Proto-Indo-European. The element of the Vishuddhi Chakra is Akash, space. Space opens the possibility for expansion and distribution. The Vishuddhi Chakra is the seat of the astral body. And here the term astral body expresses the subtle sheaths through which the body is united, that is able to leave the physical body from the Vishuddhi Chakra. Each of us has made astral journeys. Each night when we dream, a completely spontaneous separation of the astral body from the physical body occurs. But if, for instance, someone sleeps with their arms crossed or their chest, the departure of the astral body during dreams is hindered. This can result in nightmares. For example, you may want to run away, but you can't move from the spot. I think we've all had nightmares that feel like we just can't run. You know, no matter what we do to try to defend ourselves from some danger, it's like we're moving in slow motion. Yes, this is relevant. But there is always a fine band of consciousness existing between the astral and physical bodies. This consciousness sees both the dream and the sleeping body and draws the astral body back into the material world in the fraction of a second, if there is any external disturbance. How does this happen so quickly? Through Yoga Shakti. It allows us to travel in other spheres of consciousness and brings us back again no matter how far away we are. Many yogis can astral travel consciously in meditation, but this requires many years of practice, self-control, and discipline. During shocking experiences or psychic illness, an occasional unconscious and uncontrolled short-term escape of the astral body can occur. This can trigger identity problems, feelings of anxiety, and nervous overexcitement. In such cases, it can be helpful to place the hand protectively over the throat and feel how the physical and astral bodies again come closer to one another. In India, there is an ancient tradition that is still maintained. The dying are laid on the ground to establish the connection with Mother Earth, and in this way make the detachment of the astral body easier. It makes it possible for the passing away to be a peaceful parting without death throes. It is from this custom that the yoga relaxation pose lying on the back, which carries the name of Shavasana, pose of the dead, is derived. Because this name, however, produces a feeling of disquiet amongst many practitioners, I have renamed the asana Anandasana, which means the pose of bliss. That's great. Oh, it's not the pose of death, it's the pose of bliss. I like that. Okay, let's pause our reading of the Vishuddhi Chakra there for now. So thank you for listening, my dear viewers. Namaste.